What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. You are rocking with this content. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But today, I'm going to hit y'all with my thoughts on this brand new DJ Drama compilation entitled I'm Really Like That. So, DJ Drama, Mr. Quality Street Music, coming out of Philly, but representing Atlanta, is one of the GOATs in the DJ world. I think one can make a strong case for DJ Drama to be labeled as a top 5 mixtape DJ of all time, as his Gangsta Grill series has been iconic in the culture for years, and Drama has been on quite an impressive run himself since about 2021, doing projects with Tyler, Davies, Jeezy, Snoop, Simba, and many others. But now he took the time out to focus on another solo album entitled I'm Really Like That, and it contains 14 songs lasting approximately 45 minutes. It's stacked with features, but with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Legendary, with Tyler the Creator, has this mellow and triumphant beat from Don Cannon that's lavish and soulful. Tyler is giving DJ Drama and Lil Wayne their flowers for the Dedication series and just the Gangsta Grill's mixtapes overall. Tyler also brags about being neighbors with Hove, which is a flex that I can respect. But overall, it's a solid opener that sets his smooth, boss-like tone right out the gate. Track 2, Hove For Me, with Lil Baby and A Boogie, is a wavy trap ballad that ends up being a snooze fest. Here's the thing, I thought the production was kind of cool, but there was way too much auto-crooning for my ears. Yeah, I guarantee I'm never going to want to play this one again, and I thought it was a weak placement at the number 2 spot considering how low the energy was. Track 3, however, raised different. Now this is a standout with Nipsey, Jeezy, and Blast. The production takes on a softer, mournful vibe. There's a Nip verse the DJ Drama had in the cut that's dope. Neighborhood Nip states, "Talk just like a bitch, we got way too many Maury's. Loose lips will sink his ship, break the levee like New Orleans. Move in silence, except when I'm recording." Blast did his thing on the hook as well, but it was Jeezy who I thought really came through with a strong verse. Jeezy was dropping some grown man OG talk, speaking a lot of truths and lending some cautionary advice, speaking on the deaths of Takeoff, Dolph, and Nip. Track 4, FMFU, with Gucci, Wayne, and Roddy Ricch, has a sparkling trap production. I don't dislike the vibe or the melody, but I'm not really sure I'd return to it. I could see some folks enjoying it for sure, but the auto-tune vocals from Wayne was just a little unnecessary. Track 5, Free Game, with 42 Dugg and Lil Uzi, has a menacing hell of a beat that sounds like it was tailor-made for 42 Dugg, and it was the first up-tempo, aggressive track on the album. I wasn't blown away by it, but I thought it was cool. Now, track 6, 350, with Westside Gunn, Lule, and Rick Ross, just might have some Griselda purists pissed off. And I say this mainly because Westside Gunn is once again flowing over a trap beat. Yes, this will be his second trap-flavored instrumental since Fly God Jr. last year. But personally for me, I'm all for this diversity as long as it's done well. And to be honest, I don't think Westside Gunn sounds any different in this bag than he would over soulful boom bap. I mean, he still sounds like the same Westside Gunn. The bars aren't any more or less detailed. But yeah, I dug the moody keys and the hi-hats, and the Ross verse was aight, and the hook from Luli wasn't bad. Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with this track, and I consider it to be one of the stronger moments on the compilation. Track 7, Been a While, with Mozzie, G Herbo, and Vori, is something that the trenches will likely feel. It has a solemn, reflective beat, and the hook from Vori is heartfelt. Look, to keep it a buck, I'm not too big into Vori, but I don't think he did a bad job here. And G Herbo and Mozzie came through with some serious bars about changing their lives for the better and surviving those trenches. Then there's track 8, No Weakness, with Wiz, T.I., and Simba, and it's a monster banger. We are getting this aggressive, in-your-face instrumental that's also cinematic, and everyone's going in. It's definitely a track that you can add to your gym playlist. I actually liked everyone's verses. I thought Wiz sounded hungry, taking me back to his Cabin Fever mixtape days. And T.I.'s verse was on point. The only thing I'll say is his vocals did sound a bit hoarse. But I'd say it was Simba who was the MVP of this track from a lyrical perspective. Following this is Mockingbird Valley with Jack Harlow. Look, it's not really a bad verse from Jack. It's just mid, like everything I've heard from the man thus far. So yeah, it was a solid sample-based production from Don Cannon, but I'd never have the urge to revisit this one. After this is Forever with Fab, Benny the Butcher, and Jim Jones, some of New York's heaviest hitters as of late. We get this killer instrumental that samples the Alchemist and Lost track, The Essence, if y'all remember that from back in the 2000s, which is a super underrated sample that I haven't heard in a while. Fab sets it off with what I'd say is easily one of his better verses in a while, and Benny did his thing as well. I dug when he said, crack rock or jump shot, that's how my guys did it. So you either a Guy Fisher or Kawhi Leonard. Jimmy was Jimmy, and that's fine, but despite the strong beat and solid lyrics, this track was watered down by an auto-tune hook from Capella Gray. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I thought it did strip away the rawness from the track. Immediately after is On Delay by Offset, which initially featured Moneybagg Yo, but he wasn't on the version that I listened to. But this had an intense, eerie trap flavor. You were getting a lot of heavy shooter talk from Offset, and it's cool. Something I would expect from Offset. Following this is Iron Right with Boosie, OMB Peasy, and Trouble, RIP to Trouble. This track's a million beat samples an early 2000s crunk anthem by Trillville. You know, the one with that bed squeaking sample. Yeah, I thought Boosie kind of killed it, and overall, I dug the nostalgic vibe to the record. Second to last track is I Ain't Gonna Hold You by Jeezy. Now, it is one of the better songs, no doubt, but it is super old. Well, it's from last year's Snowfall mixtape, which I really dug. But as a result, I couldn't get too hype around this record, even though it's good, because I heard it so many times. Then the project wraps up with We Made It by Sci-Hi the Prince and L.A. Russell. It's a poignant dedication to making it out the struggle. Instrumentally, this takes on a twangier, soulful, and melodic tone, and it's always good to hear new material from Sci-Hi, and he did deliver with some thought-provoking bars, no doubt. Also, L.A. Russell, who I'm not too familiar with, had a decent verse. So overall, I give this project a rating of 3 mics. I think it's good, worth checking out, but a bit too watered down for me to really love. If I were to compare it to any recent DJ Khaled album, it's definitely better. But it's still kind of a mixed bag for me. There are tracks that I would add to a playlist and some bangers, no question, but others that I wouldn't return to. Still, it's probably one of the better solo DJ drama albums in some recent time, and I am curious to see if that De La Soul Gangsta Grillz project is ever going to drop. My favorite tracks include Legendary, Raised Different, 350, Been a While, No Weakness, and We Made It. Let me know what you thought about this compilation in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Month. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's peace and blessings. DJ Drama. I'm really like that. One.